Alright, so we're going to try to make this video as quick as possible. I would not sign into your Wi-Fi right away. However, if you decide to do that, make sure you turn off Wi-Fi so that it does not do any updates before we proceed to the next step. Alright, from here or a screen like this, continue without signing in. You're going to have to wait for this to do its attempt to update or sign in. Alright, so once we get to our login screen, go ahead and get into privilege mode. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 1,000. 2, 1,000. 3, 1,000. 4, 1,000. 5, 1,000. 6, 1,000. 7, 1,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, now we're going to scroll up, get into our privilege mode. Go to your settings. Alright, from here, go down to your security. Screen lock. Go ahead and put on a PIN. We'll come back after I have a PIN. Alright, here at this screen, I like to personally put on don't show notifications at all. Okay, on the same security screen, you're going to go here to allow unknown sources and go ahead and put that on because we're going to be installing some apps. Click OK. Okay, from the security screen, now we can go ahead and start installing apps. So I'm going to go ahead and go back. I'm going to get up to my Wi-Fi and I'm going to connect to my Wi-Fi. And we'll be back once Wi-Fi is connected. Okay, so from here we're going to install some apps. Be advised that as soon as you install these apps and you go and you update your system, you will no longer be able to enter privilege mode. So you need to install every app at this point that you are going to want in the future. Netflix, a browser, your download tab, whatever you decide you want, you need to do it now or you have to go through this all over. So I will go ahead and go to the browser. You can see I already did a search for Tracker app, and I'm going to go ahead and do that first one right there. Go ahead and download APK. You can see it's downloading. Okay, from here, go ahead and go up, get into your downloads, install the Tracker app. Open the Tracker app. Okay, from here we are going to install a couple apps. Be advised that if you do this in the future and you update your iFit, you will then be locked out of your privilege mode. So you need to install every app that you want at this point, whether it be Netflix, YouTube app, any of those apps. So right now we're going to go down, we're going to go into our browser, and we're going to install Taskbar App. Right there's the link. We're going to go in. We're going to download the taskbar. It's downloading. So we'll go in. We will go to our downloads and we will install Taskbar. You do not need Tracker. We will install. We're going to open the app. Alright, from here there are a few things you need to do, otherwise you will lock yourself out. Go ahead and turn it on in the top right corner. Grant permission. Turn it on. Go ahead and go back. Now that you have the permission, you can turn it on. Okay. Turn it on. And then if you've noticed, we now have a taskbar on the bottom. So go ahead and go back a second time, general settings. From here, you need to make sure that launch on boot is enabled. You can choose any other options, but the most important one is that launch on boot. Let me go ahead and make sure I hit it that time. All right, now from here, I'm going to go ahead and install Netflix. Go down to the bottom. You're going to go to the Help Center. Just do a search for APK. Read the article. I might have messed that up. All right, not compatible with your device. And then tap to download Netflix app. All right, so we're going to go back. Go to our downloads and install Netflix. Install. All right, now go ahead and install Firefox. Latest version. Download. This one's going to take a little bit longer, so we'll come back after it's installed. All right, so now that everything's installed, I'm going to go ahead and pin these to the taskbar. Pin to recents. Pin to recents. Pin to recents. Pin to recents. The rest I don't necessarily care about. Okay, so before we move on to updating, go ahead and go down to your taskbar and make sure every app that you are going to want is in this screen. If it is not in this screen, you are not going to have it after you do your updates. If you have all of the apps that you want, go ahead and get into iFit Cardio. All right, from here we'll go into our menu. We'll go to settings. We will go to maintenance. And we have an update available. So let's go ahead and update. I'll come back after this update is complete. Okay, at this point the app is restarting, and we have obviously reconnected to our Wi-Fi to make sure we can get these updates. If you have blocked the 2 or 3 websites on your router, you are going to need to unblock those, because at this point they do not matter anymore. All right, I'm going to log in and then I'll be back. All right, we are logged in now, so we are going to continue. Go ahead, go back into your hamburger menu when it pops up. Now we have all the new settings. Maintenance again. And this second update should be a pretty sizable update, so we're definitely going to pause this video once it starts. If you have a 5G network, I would definitely use that. So at this point, we are installing the second update. It is, like I said, a little bit lengthier, so it takes a little bit of time. All right, so we are now done with the second update. I just went to my PIN login screen, and the computer or tablet is now starting up. One thing I will point out now is I've noticed that privilege mode is still on for us. I would not test the 10 tap, 7 seconds, 10 tap, because it will lock at that point. I'm not sure if it will stay on forever, but at this point it is on, so do not go to turn it off. let's go ahead and check for another update just to make sure we're done. So we'll go to settings. We will go to maintenance again. Checking for updates. We are up to date. So now we know we are up to date. We're running the latest firmware. And if you go into the bottom, your taskbar should stay started. So from here, you can go in and start Netflix. If you want, you go back. You can touch and you can go into iFit. Go back, you're up to date. And just to show you guys that it is working, I will restart it and I will be back to you guys shortly. All right, I have switched the power off. We're going back into the app. So here we go. I'm going to look away for the screen real quick. All right. So I will be using iFit today. Starting up, we'll go check just one more time. Settings. Maintenance. Up to date. So let's go to equipment info, app info, and we're running 2.6.73. All right, so let's go ahead and get out. We're back at the screen. And like I said, we still got our taskbar down here. The recents have shut down, but as you touch, if you've noticed, the downloads and the other items have disappeared. So you need to make sure whatever apps you want, like I said, are installed so that you can constantly access them, even with privilege mode. So I'll go ahead and show you guys right now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bam, privilege mode is on. Or is off, excuse me. Privilege is blocked. So let's cancel that. But let's go ahead and show you that we can still get into Netflix. All right, if you got any questions, feel free to shoot me an email.